What's up, guys? It's Connor here, bringing you some MW3 now tips and tricks, my favorite class setups, and in this one, I'm going to be letting you guys know what my favorite rushing class is. So if you guys want to run around, get some quick nukes, or dang, not nukes, get some quick MOABs, then hopefully this class should help you out. You guys should give it a try. Let me know what your favorite class is, so I'll tell you everything I'm using, why I use it, and then give you some different suggestions on maybe what you guys could use if you want to switch it up a little bit. And so, yeah, this is the class right here, guys. This is my rushing class, my personal favorite. I do switch it up a little bit every so often, and just because I'm not entirely sure what I like best, to be honest with you. But right now, this is what I have it set on the majority of the time, I would say, probably, is the MP7 silencer extended mags with the MP9 with silencer, then Semtex, portable radar, always have Semtex and portable radar, and then scavenger, assassin, dead silence, followed by sleight of hand, stalker, and hardline as my specialist. And now the reason I do these things is there's different reasons, obviously, but like, for example, one thing I continually change up and I can't even figure out which one I like better is whether or not to use rapid fire or to use extended mags. It's something that I've been really I continually switch up all the time. If you guys play 6v6, you can really switch it up all you want, but if you play ground war, I strongly suggest doing extended mags and not rapid fire, just because you'll run out of bullets more often. But if you do play 6v6, rapid fire can be the way to go. It can help you out a lot, and it gets the kills pretty quickly. But if you do find yourself running out of bullets in the middle of gunfights, I'd probably stick with extended mags, which is what I use right now. I always use the 2 attachments. Nothing I really change there. And now, if you're not a big fan of the MP7, I personally like the MP7 because it doesn't have the fastest fire rate or damage, but it does have a low recoil, and so you can get some longer range kills with it, and which can be helpful in certain situations. A lot of times when you're rushing, you don't want too long. You don't want to be able to have to shoot people from too far away too often, but this one can get you out of some sticky situations when they're kind of far away, and you need to be able to just mow them down before they kill you with their assault rifle. But if you don't like the MP7, then what I would recommend is throwing on the P90 with 2 attachments again, always using the 2 attachments, and then throwing on the rapid fire and the silencer. That's how I like to do it, and that's really, this is another class I've actually been using more often now because it's been taking me, for some reason, the MP7 just seems inconsistent to me, and this P90 can really help while rushing with the rapid fire and the silencer. It also has really good hip firing, which I like a lot for when I come around corners and just need to spray people down. And it has a large clip already, so you can run in with rapid fire and silencer and not really have to worry about running out of bullets, especially not in 6v6. And so those are my 2 gun choices I'd use when I'm rushing. And for my secondary, I almost always put on the MP9. The MP9 actually is pretty decent long range. It's not too bad long range. So with the P90, if you do find yourself in a long range gunfight, then the MP9, you can just quickly switch to the MP9, and that can help you out quite a bit. And so that is why I use it. That's why I like to throw it on, especially on my P90 class. And I don't really like any of the other secondaries, to be honest. The FMGs are obviously super good, but a little bit overpowered. Don't really like using them. They're super annoying, so I try to stay away from those. And then I always use Semtex, always use portable radar. Those 2 things are just a standard in all my classes, really. The portable radar, you can run into their spawn, throw that thing down, and you can just see all the people. So helpful. In Semtex, I mean, I guess you could use Claymore, but the Semtex just seems the most effective to me. There's always different places people like to camp out in, and you can just chuck the Semtex at them and get them. And now for what I start with as my perks, this is pretty much my starting class for all my rushing, or my starting perks for all my rushing classes. Scavenger, so you start out with the extra bullets. Make sure you're never going to have to run out of bullets. You can continually pick them up. I really like starting with the Scavenger. The Assassin, always on every single class, I use these first 2 perks, Scavenger, Assassin, so I don't run out of bullets. People that call in all their dang UAVs and stuff can never find me with Assassin. And all those support kill streaks, I cannot stand support kill streaks, and yet they are always getting called in. Assassin Pro can help keep you off those, which is always helpful, because I hate when people find you from their support kill streaks. I think that's so stupid and caters to bad players way too much, but hey, it is what it is. This isn't a rant video. We're we're figuring out what class can help us get some MOABs here. And then throw on Dead Silence. This one is really up to you. This one I change all the time also. I don't even know which one I like the best. I really like Stalker as well on my rushing classes because you can strafe back and forth quickly while putting the beat down on some kids. Steady Aim Pro can also be helpful because it gives you your better hip fire, which is really helpful, and it's really good because your weapon will come up a little faster if you get Steady Aim Pro. So this one, sometimes I'll run Steady Aim Pro, sometimes I'll run Stalker. I don't run Sit Rep very often. As you can see, I have that one. I don't even have Pro on Sit Rep yet. But I wouldn't recommend Marksman on your starting out on your SMG. It's just not really worth it. You shouldn't be shooting people from that far away anyway. So I'd really go with Stalker, Steady Aim, or Dead Silence. I do have a headset, so I use Dead Silence so they can't hear me, and yeah, I can hear them. And then also, if you're getting shot at, you can just always jump out of buildings and not worry about dying, which actually comes in handy more times than you think. And then moving on to the most important part, really, well, one of the most important parts, the Specialist bonus. I always, every class start out again with my first Specialist unlock is Sleight of Hand, my last one being Hardline. The reason the last one's Hardline, because you get Hardline, then you just need one more kill for a Specialist bonus. It's quick and easy. You don't really, then instead of having to put on another thing and get 2 kills with it, put on Hardline, get 1 kill. You have your Specialist bonus. And then always start out with Sleight of Hand, because typically, unless your accuracy is way off that day, you're able to get 2 kills before you even have to reload. So you get your 2 kills, and then you get Sleight of Hand, and you can reload quickly. And that definitely comes in handy on all classes, especially rushing classes, being able to reload as fast as you can and switch weapons really quickly to be able to get your MP9 out when you need it, like when you run out of bullets or if you need to shoot someone long range. Now the second one, once again, this is pretty much whatever I didn't pick to start out with from the third slot is what I'll put in here. And so Stalker was the one that I personally liked the second best. I don't use Steady Aim all that often, but sometimes I'll throw Steady Aim in there. So these are really interchangeable. You could start with Steady Aim and then put on Dead Silence as you're at your 4 kills. Start with Stalker, put on Steady Aim at 4 kills. Pretty much whichever one in this third tier that you start with, pick a different one to put in the second place. And that's how I set up my classes. That's how I get almost all my nukes. I'll have a video up in the top left, a link to a video of me getting a rushing nuke with the MP7. Maybe I'll get one with the P90 as well so you guys can see how I played with those guns. But anyway, here's the class, here's the setup. This is the one with the P90, or you can do it with the MP7. Either way, both work great. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you when I see you.